And he tested all kinds of things. And that book, if you get a chance to read it, is very interesting. And there's another book called Transcending These Levels, how to move your life into different forms of this level so you can have a life that is operating at a much better level of consciousness. So these are all the cool things we have available to us today. And so what I did is I put some book recommendations here as part of getting to know your why. Why do you do what you do? Can you raise your level of consciousness and so on? This first one, Undermind, is the one I would recommend because it explains, for example, how fast the brain works and how you can discover beliefs that sabotage you, so you can figure out how to overcome the sabotage that happens in your life every day. So if you knew that, you could then set goals that are way bigger than the goals that you have. You can overcome worry, you can overcome fear, you can overcome all kinds of stress in your life. So I definitely recommend that, and there's a few other ones I've listed here that I like. Dr. Robert Anthony, do a lot of stuff with him. Okay. In terms of happiness and love, because I like those two things, I like to be happy and I like to be loved, I like to give love, I like to operate from love. In actual fact, my journey started because I was sick and tired of having to motivate myself from a fear paradigm. I'd rather work from doing what I love. Because all my career, I've had to like scare myself into getting stuff done. And I just got tired of that, you know? Mm-hmm. So I started to read some books on by Marcia Shimoff, like Love for No Reason, Happiness for No Reason. And she's got some very good tools in there that you can, what I call neuro toys. Things you can keep in your head, so if something happens, you just like fire off a neuro toy at it. Just a skill or, an idea. And then I also read a lot of Osho. Some of you may like where the guy is, but he's like way out there in terms of how you should think about love, meditation, enlightenment, stuff like that. And then the books from the lady that did The Secret, The Magic and the Power. The Magic's about gratitude. The Power is about the power of love. And then Byron Katie, she has a program, a free program on her website called The Work. And when every thought or something comes along, you can ask 4 questions. You can say, is this thought true? Is it really true? How would I feel if this thought was the opposite of what it is? And maybe this thought is triggering something in me that I need to change. It's not the other person. Right? So a lot of time we try to blame other people because they're pushing our buttons, but it's really us that has the button to be pushed. And so what it does is it provides a lot of opportunity to make yourself feel better and solve a lot of problems very, very quickly. And I already mentioned transcending the levels of consciousness. I got into meditation recently, and I appreciated Heather's talk last week. And one of my favorite meditations is only a couple of minutes. It's called the sun-moon meditation. You can do it in your car, you can do it anywhere. The basic idea is that you open up your heart chakra, and you take the power of the sun, bring it into your heart. You bring the power of the moon, bring it into your heart, merge the two of them together. And from a greedy person's perspective, you're basically cutting time down to 0, and then you launch your own particular intention at that particular moment, and then you let it all go. So these are kind of, we in America like to call them modern, just like we call, World Series of World thing. But it's these are ancient techniques that have been there, but they're becoming popularized here as a way to deal with our modern day problems. Another good meditation is 1 minute 30 breath meditation. Take a look at that. I don't have time for 30 minutes of meditation because I meditate 1 minute, 30 times a day or something. Meditation is a personalized thing. You don't have to do it a certain way. I also like mind games. So Bert Goldman does quantum jumping. Basically what quantum jumping is that you can imagine yourself as already having achieved what it is you want to do. And then you go and visit yourself there and get a clue as to what you should do today to get there. So in this moment, my next word could be an infinite number of things I could say. And if I said that, my entire life would go in so many different directions. So we all live in a parallel universe. We just have to pick which way we're going to go. And so that's why you need to know your why. So anyway, somebody asked last week about the benefits of meditation. I found a website that has 141 benefits of meditation. So you can just go to the website, pop on there, look at it for a few minutes, and look at 4 different parts of your life, and you can see, why getting into meditation would make sense for you. And I said there's an easy way to do it. There's, the McDonald's way of doing meditation, right? Drive-through meditation. So anyway, quick summary. We were talking about this at my table too. Become childlike, not childish. We're meant to be happy. Trying to have fun in every moment of your life, including work, everything. We all want to be in a good space with our health, with wealth. We want magical relationships. I'm trying to go for 20% serious, 80% fun. The funny thing is that the 3-year-old has more brain synapses than an adult human being. Go figure. What are 3-year-olds doing? They're not saying no, they're saying yes to everything, right? So their mind is like firing all circuits.
Creating new.
Yeah. So I have a couple more things to say, and then this talk is done. But also realize your story. You are the story that you tell yourself. Okay. When I heard that a while back, I really had to think about it. If I had to write my own autobiography every single day, what would that story be? So it's okay to tell yourself a bigger, better story, especially if you know how to overcome sabotage and stuff like that. Then be very careful of your self-talk. And then, as I mentioned, Undermine is a good book to read about that. It's on Kindle for about $9. The only relationship that truly matters is the one that you have with God or the higher self who gives you every heartbeat and every breath. Our whole lives are kind of taking us through that, I started life off as a Catholic, went to church a lot, choir boy. I can't imagine myself as a choir boy. Altar boy, the whole deal. I gave up the religion, and didn't really care much about it. The religion is a process to try and get you to God. I just want to go direct. I didn't want to be a middleman. So, the other thing to consider is your whole life is the universe experiencing itself through you. You are the hands of the universe. Okay, so you need to get the universe on speed dial here, so you can do whatever it is you want to do. I've lost 120 pounds over the last 3 years, and I still. And a lot of it was, it was, quote, me doing it, but a lot of it was learning and working on it myself. But I know that the last 30 pounds or so is going to be trying to get the fat out of my head. Because that's where it is, right? It's the size of my plate, it's the size of my desire, all those kind of things. But you have to know your why. You have to really know your why, and you need to want to pay the price. All of us are CEOs. We're all CEOs of our happiness. Doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. Your happiness is completely determined by you. So you're the king or queen of your time budget and the co-creator of all your experiences and relationships. It's your world, baby. You're the director of your own life script, so no one else is responsible for your success or your happiness. No one can make you happy. You decide at any particular moment to be happy or not, based on what comes in. So as I was studying enlightenment and how to get there, it's not something you can desire. The people that have attained enlightenment said that we struggle to figure out how to get it, and then one day we just started laughing uncontrollably. Because they realized that it's kind of like getting all tense and then just letting go. And you have to have no desire, give up all kinds of desires and so forth to be able to attain that. So it's just like that in our particular world. We're responsible for our own happiness. So what matters to your passion for your life is knowing your why, not believe your why, not believe others, but know your why. The reason I'm using knowing is that I was taking a course from Andy Shaw called Creating a Bug-Free Mind. Basically, his idea is that we're biocomputers and our operating systems are so screwed up. So basically you erase your entire mind and rebuild a new mind from it. And one of the things he was saying is that belief carries doubt. So belief is not enough for the things that you're trying to get through really, really quickly. You have to know you're going to make it because you're determined to do this and you're determined to do it with some divine creation with you as well. So partner with your subconscious mind, male-female relationship, learn how to cooperate so you can co-create. Co-creation is a word that's been used a lot these days. You partner with somebody else, you co-create in a joint experience. Then your why becomes because we can create magic together. So if you're asking yourself, well, I've been all over the world, I've traveled, I've done all these things, maybe I should just sit on the couch and watch 2.5 Men. That would be my life. Say, no, you can get up, you can be awesome. You can get together with somebody and you can really produce some magic together. Because it's you, your creator, yourself, and whoever it is you want to party with, partner with. Kind of fun you want to have, right? My last comment is do not compare yourself to others. Everybody else has got a different experience, they've got different intelligences. What appears on the outside is not what on the inside. People, looked at me and said, well, you're a really calm guy, especially where I work. Nothing phases you. But then why did I have high blood pressure for 20 years? Right? So it's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside. So that's really, really important. There's 2 words I want to leave you with. Compersion is one word. I'm not sure many people have come across that, but compersion is the opposite of jealousy. It's a word used a lot in the polyamorous community. And also when parents, may be jealous of their kids for achieving things that they couldn't do. So compersion is a thing to learn. Love what everybody else loves. And then you'll get that as well. It's funny how that is. Our society teaches us to be jealous of other people. We should really do the opposite. The last one is equanimity. Equanimity is a word used in the spiritual community to be able to say that, be like Teflon. Stuff just doesn't faze you. Come in and you give whatever it is you can give, but do not be attached to them actually taking it home. So I think it's kind of cool that we're bringing a lot of Eastern philosophy into modern day world, taking the best of the West. And so it'd be nice to see that we turn this into lots of new kinds of businesses, lots of new kinds of success, raise the success of everyone involved in this community. Thank you.
And that was an awesome presentation because basically